6:17 in the morning, man. 17 minutes late. That's what happened when you're trying to compress a lot of shit, man. Yeah, it just came from the morning run, man. What's good, man? 17 minutes late, but guess what? We still gonna finish at the same time that we always finish. That mean I just ain't got that long to be here. So y'all put that on me. And that's for real. But cannot fix what's already been done. What's good? What's good? Back in the media room, back in my plush, back in my thinking room, back in my plush, man. This is where I do all the thinking at. This is where all the magic happen at, man. This is why I hit my reset button at. I can block the whole house out. What's up, 448? In the building? We gonna get to it, man. Y'all see I'm running late, man. Out there trying to fucking run this morning, man. Y'all know the day Wednesday, man. Y'all know what I do. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. Take out running like a jet so I can keep that heart pumping. Sometimes we gonna lose shit, and that's time. You know, I lost track of time this morning, man. I ran a little bit farther, man. That's what I try to do. I try to excel from week to week. To run a little bit farther and do a lot, a hell of a lot more, man. Cause without health is no wealth, and that's for real. Yep. So I don't know if I'm connected or not, man. Motherfucking Bluetooth done went out. Can you hear me, 448? Give me a one if you can hear me, man. Like I said, man, I'm running late. If y'all can hear me, there you go. Okay, we're in the building, man. Welcome, 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 man. I'm running late, because y'all know I run on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I ran a little bit farther this morning, man. So, get a shout out to me for that, man. For, what's up, big face, man? I see you in the building. Yeah, man. I'm late as hell, man. So y'all goddamn me, let me make it. Don't roast me, man. I'm about 18 minutes late, man. Like I said, I try to push myself this morning, man. You know, and the older you get, the harder you get. Normally I run that shit like it wasn't nothing. But now I gotta take my time. I gotta take my time, man. But it's all good. As long as we get it taken care of. And that's for real, man. Yep. So, man, dig this here, man. The word of the day, man. I ain't gonna even waste your time. Word of the day, man, is direction, man. The word of the day is direction, man. If we don't know where we're going, we'll never get there. It's like the fucking GPS on the car, right? If you put the wrong direction in there, it's gonna take you to the place that you plug it into, right? That's the same thing with life. It's called a life GPS, man. Whatever direction you program your life to go, that's the way it's gonna go. If you program it to go in the fucked up way, it's gonna go in the fucked up way. If you program it to go in the right way, 9 out of 10 is gonna go in the right way. But we already know, man, this is life, and nothing is promised. That in which what we plan sometimes fail. We have to go back to the drawing board. But we gotta remember though, man, life is just like a GPS, man. It takes you wherever you program your life to go, right? And sometimes it's not our fault. Sometimes we born into shit and we have to redirect the situation, right? And that's why I say for those that got kids, man, make the right choices in life, man, so they don't have to suffer the consequences and repercussions of your bad decisions. Remember what I said. For anybody that's listening, if you have kids, make the right choices in your life so they don't have to suffer the consequences and repercussions of your bad decisions. And that's facts. Yeah, we're gonna have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Only bad days is the days that you don't wake up no more. You know, anything else can be fixed, man. You know, but as far as good days and bad days, man, we got 24 hours in a day, man. And the thing about that is this here. Don't let a whole day pass by where your day be bad because you in control of who you are. You have a remote control of your life. Limit that shit to a few bad seconds and put it in your back pocket and keep it pushing, man. Because you understand, just like I said, that falls up under the life GPS. Once you program that shit in there, that's the way it's gonna go. Once you program your life GPS in there, that's the way it's gonna go. All right, man, go on that building, man. Tell them boys I said what's up, and don't you let no motherfucking major use of force to go down there. Don't get that gas out of your motherfucking holster and spray it on nobody. That's what you don't do, Jeremy. But anyway, man, Major Jeremy gone into work, man. Shout out to him, man, for getting up this morning, going to get that check. Regardless, man, he still got a family to feed and he got a job to do. So we respect that here, man. Whether you work in TDC, whether you in law enforcement, I don't give a fuck. I ain't no criminal. So you do whatever you got to do to provide for your family, man. And that's real. Other than take a penitentiary chance and get caught up inside of a system. But if you do that, that's on you. So, like I say, man, life is like a GPS, man. Whatever you plug in, that's what you're going to get out. And some of us been on the bad end of bad choices that our family made long time ago. So we had to grow up in the shit that we didn't have no choice but to grow up in. But I will say this, as we became older, we had choices to make ourselves. Some chose to do better, some chose to fuck up. And I was one of the ones that chose to fuck up. I was on the fucked up end. So I suffered the consequences and repercussions of bad decisions that I made. Came from a damn good family. Damn good family. However, I made bad choices in my life. I plugged into the wrong GPS system. And that wrong GPS system was the streets. And that motherfucker directed me straight to hell. What I mean by hell? Inside that motherfucking system. But we all got a chance to fix it. We all got a chance to fix it, man. If you plugged into the wrong GPS system, man, and you listening to this motherfucking live this morning, unplug it, reset it, and go the right way. And don't make bad choices and decisions in your life where it can affect the people that's behind you. I'm speaking to the people that has kids. Because like they say, kids are the future, man. It's up to you to raise them in the way that you want to raise them. You can't let the streets raise them. Because if they do, you know where they're going. And that's facts, man. And people can argue that. But people can also argue with a stop sign too. That don't mean the stop sign gonna get removed. So like I said, man, what's your life GPS? Where are you plugged in at? What are the things that you feel like you can do or that you can't do? And if you feel like you can't do it, it's time for self-evaluation. And I'm always speaking on self, because self is what matters in situations, man. We are self as the people, we self. It's up to you to figure out what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, man. So don't plug into no fucked up GPS system and think it's gonna go the way that you think it's gonna go. No, it's just like that GPS in your car. Wherever you program it into, that's where it's gonna take you. I use this for an example. Went to the damn Texas Rangers game the other day. I was looking for a gas station. Plugged the GPS system up. It took me to the gas station, but the fucking gas station was burnt down. So the GPS is not always right either. That's why I say self-evaluation beats everything, man. In other words, what I'm saying, self-evaluation is when you wake up in the morning, know where you're going, know what you're gonna do, have a plan for self, Have a plan for self. Because if you plan, if you fail the plan, then you're a man that wants to fail, and that's facts, real facts. So like I said, man, I'm gonna share this here with you, man. It's 6:27, man. Like I said, I'm running late, and I know I gotta be somewhere, man. I ain't gonna even fool my fucking self like I can be here for the full 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever, man. What's good? What's good, LC, man? You gonna show up faithfully every morning, man. Ain't no doubt. Uh, like I said, man, the word of the day is direction, man. What direction are you headed in? And I paint. Oh, you know I paint pictures, right? The picture I'm painting this morning, man, is the life GPS. Where have you programmed your life GPS to take you? Can't nobody take you there but you. Can't nobody take you there but you. And you got two ways you can go. You can go the right way or you can go the wrong way. Whatever which way you choose, it's you that's gonna have to suffer the consequences and repercussions, man. For those that are parents, right? Make the right choices, man, so your kids don't suffer. Make the right choices for your kids don't suffer. And you can see it every day in society, man. Parents make the wrong choices, man. They make the wrong choices. And sometimes it's by force. Why? Because the people before them made the wrong choices, right? But people in life will show you exactly what you don't want to be. That's knowledge and wisdom. But you have to be mindful of the people that you choosing to follow. You have to be mindful of the people that you're choosing to follow, man, because everybody don't want to go the right direction, man. Some people are complacent in life and they fine being where they are. But that doesn't mean that you have to be the same type of person. So plug your GPS up, your life GPS, man. Your life GPS matters, man. And reason why it matters is because there's people behind you, man. 90% of the people in America have kids. But they don't think about the choices they make and the consequence and repercussion that the kids gonna have to make once they grow up. That's why so many people grow up in the system. That's why so many people grow up feeling unwanted. Why? Because the people around them have plugged into a bullshit ass GPS system. And once the kids or whomever is here, direction is no longer steady, man. They fall off. So once they fall off, hey, guess what? It's somebody else's turn to do what they supposed to do. And that's facts. So let me share a little story with you, man. And you know me. I like doing that. So the other day, I got into a discussion with a person that had been free just as long as I've been locked up, right? And this is a friend of mine. This is a friend of mine, but we had those type of uncomfortable discussions, right? And he said, man, you was locked up half of your life. You don't know this, you don't know that. I said, facts, I was locked up. As a matter of fact, to be accurate, I was locked up 89% of my life, right? And I own that. Why? Because I made the fucked up choices. I plugged into the wrong GPS system. And I chose to go this way when I should have went that way. And I don't hold my motherfucking family accountable for it because they did everything that they could to steer me the right way, right? So anyway, we had the discussion. He mentioned to me that I've been locked up half of my life, right? Which is true. Don't knock that. But that's what I told him. That's why sometimes you gotta be careful when you open your mouth. Because I'm not the one just to sit back to accept what's being said, especially coming from a person that hasn't achieved the things that I've had since I've been free in the last 11 years. I've only been free for 11 years, right? But like I said, sometimes people tell you a lot about themselves without even knowing it. Keep in mind, this is a friend of mine that I talk to on a regular, and there's no animosity between us, right? We ride together, go to lunch together, and all this shit. But he's never been incarcerated or convicted of anything. In other words, he's a square, which is fine with me. He has his GPS plugged into his life system. His GPS is plugged into where he cannot go inside any institution. So I saluted him for that. But guess what I told him though? You are absolutely right. But what you cannot take away from me is my life accomplishment since I've been free. Stay with me. My answer to him was this: you cannot take away from me my life accomplishment since I've been free, right? A man that's been locked up long as I have, and to be able to sit down and to hold a conversation with any and everybody in society, and the only way you know that I've been incarcerated if I tell you. Why? Because my intellectual skills from a mental standpoint is up here, right? And not only that, uh, I've achieved a lot in the last 11 years. So for me to achieve what I've achieved in the last 11 years and being able to surpass a lot of people that have never ever been incarcerated or confined in and inside any institution, it tells you a lot about that person. So when you talking to me and you saying this is how long that I was taken away from society and my accomplishments are greater than yours from a life standpoint, that tells you a lot about you. And that was my answer to him. Do not do that because I came out in society and I called Lewis your ass. In other words, I ran past you. I ran past you. But at the end of the day, like I try to, but see, people can get schooled without being disrespected. I would never ever disrespect my friend. We are like this. But at the end of the day, we still can have a mental discussion and understanding beats the world. But I want to let him know, hey, I'm far from where I started at. But don't come to me with that other shit because I can be the one to crush your ass. But I don't want to do that. I'm not in it for that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. But I can understand when you trying to downplay me. But I understand that's here too though. And the reason why I was like that, and the reason why I was like that is because of this right here. You have to understand this. Once I was released, it was people there for me. And I salute them for that. But I don't owe them nothing. They don't owe me nothing. I don't owe them anything, and they don't owe me anything. They chose to be there for me, which is fine. However, I was going to get where I wanted to be because of me. Nobody reaped the reward of what I've accomplished in society. Why? Because my fucking life GPS is programmed to go places that I know I need to go. So I don't give nobody that motherfucking reward. Nobody. Because the world will show you a blueprint. It's up to you to follow it. But everybody can't do that. For one, everybody don't have self-discipline. Everybody don't have confidence. Everybody don't have self-discipline and everybody don't have confidence. However, that doesn't mean that in some sort or fashion or way that we don't have character flaws. All of us have character flaws. All of us need to be worked on. Why? Because we imperfect and we gonna fuck up every day. In other words, that's in layman's term, you know. So I have to put it that way sometimes versus trying to be politically correct and speak from an intelligent standpoint. Because some people can't conceive that shit. I have to talk like I talk now in order for the point to get across. So like I said, man, the word of the day is direction, man, but it's self-direction, man. What direction are you heading in, and what have you programmed into your life GPS? Simple as that, man. We see it every day. We see it every day. Ain't no doubt. I got to dumb it down for some people. You're right. Because some people are intimidated by a person that speaks well. But I can speak from both sides of the fence, though. And nobody taught me to do that but me. Remember, I'm the motherfucker that stayed locked up. I'm the one that stayed locked up. So if you judge me on that, you lose. If you judge me on by how long I was locked up, you lose. Why? Because on the back end of that shit, I can judge you on the material shit that's in the world now that I've obtained. And my motherfucking living conditions in my situation is far greater than a lot of people that has never been incarcerated. That's why I tell people, be careful what you say sometimes, because that shit might come back and bite you. But I'm smart enough and I understand. I'm smart enough and I understand that I'm not the Ray Lewis of conversation. In other words, I don't speak on everything. Although that don't mean I don't hear it. And that's for real, man. So let me ask this, man, and I'm gonna have to get out of here, man. But I appreciate y'all for those that tapped in, man. I would love to stay, man, 2-3 hours on this bitch, but I cannot do that. It goes against everything that I believe in. Why? Because like I tell you every day, my life is structured, man, and I have everything on the vision board, man. That way I can account for the time that I've been there and the time that I left. However, I respect those that tap in, man, because this is nothing other more for me than dialogue, man. Years from now, people are gonna see this. Even after I'm gone, they are gonna see this. This is dialogue. It's nothing more than dialogue, man. It's me having a conversation with people that I don't even know. But I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with people judging me. I'm cool with that. Because you know why? I'm who I am for real. I'm who I am for real. In real life, I am who I am. In other words, I don't operate in between the gray. It's either yes or it's either no. Most people cannot do that. And I understand this though. You might lose some people along the way of you going up to the top. But it all depends on where your top is at. It all depends on where your top is at. Once again, you will lose some people along the way, whether you go up or whether you go down. But one thing has to remain though, you have to stay true to self. You have to stay true to self. But in order to stay true to self, you have to know self. And that's facts, man. Because I'm gonna tell you this here, man. I once told a person this, man, and I look at this shit, man, for what it's worth out here, man. People will clone you. In other words, they will take what you say and use it in other places. Stay with me and understand what I'm telling you. People will clone you in your conversation. Once they are outside of you, they will use that in other places. And it will work. Why? Because those people don't know this person. So that's why I say, you have to be careful with the things you say and the things you do. Simple as that, man. And like, you know, I can stay here, man, and philosophize shit all day, man. But it don't matter. It don't matter. For one, because people are only gonna take what they take from it, man, which is a good thing. You're supposed to have selective hearing because everything you hear is not true. And everything you read is only a small percentage of it is true. It's up to you to conceive the real shit and leave the other shit alone, man. That's just like distinguishing between the one and the two. You know a one when you see it, and you know a two when you see it. But sometimes people have selective seeing too. They think 1 and 2 is the same fucking numbers. But it's not. It's totally different. That's why I say, when motherfuckers judge me on my past, I laugh. I laugh when you judge me on my past, man. Because that tells me a lot about you. What have you done since I was down there for 25 motherfucking years? I can easily match the material shit up of the world, meaning my house, my car, my living conditions. But I understand this though. When we leave this bitch, ain't none of this shit going in that hearse with me. So that's why I don't match it up. I don't do that. Because I know one thing. That in which where I stay now and how I live, I can live without it. That's the difference between me and other people that has never been able to live without it. I've lived without it. As a matter of fact, I lived 89% of my life without it. So I'm not attached to material things, man. That's why you never ever see me mention it or speak word of it. But it has to happen. It has to be applied in my life. Why? Because I'm free. And this is the way people live. This is the way people live. So I'm no different than the next person. It's just that I refuse to let anybody take credit for the shit that I've accomplished in my whole life. The time I've been here, 11 years, I've surpassed a lot of people. A lot. Why? Because those people's GPS system is plugged into a different system than mine. I refuse to do bad in a society where it's plenty. I refuse to wake up in the morning and stress when I don't have to. You know why? Because I understand the system, I understand how it's set up, and like I always tell people, the shit in the world is set up so you can fail. Simple as that. This shit out here is set up so you can fail, man. There's nothing nobody can do about it or say about it. All this set up so you can fail, man. And that's real. So, anyway, man, keep your head on a swivel, man. And understand, man, keep your GPS system plugged in to where you need to go, man. And you're gonna run into some distractions along the way, man. But you gotta remember, you got the remote control of the shit that you do. You can address the shit in situations that you want to address. But like I tell you, those people that criticize you in a way that they don't criticize others, that means you on the right motherfucking track, man. You on the right track. And remember this, silence is power, man. Silence is power, man. You don't have to address every situation or every conversation. Silence is the most powerful tool you can use in the world, man. But some people can't be silent. Silence is the most powerful tool you can use in any situation, man. Because you know why? You understand who you are. And that in which what anybody has to say is just like pouring water out of a water bottle, man. If you pour it on the ground, sooner or later that shit gonna disintegrate. And that's simple as that, man. So sometimes you just gotta practice silence, man. And that don't mean that you're not who you are. That just means that you feel like in your mind, what you know is true, you don't have time to address the other shit, man. Because it adds no value, man. It adds no value. That's why I laugh all the time. Because I'm who I am for real. Some people got the GPS plugged in where they can get the L. And a lot of people got the GPS plugged in where they can get the W. But at the end of the day, you have to be that same person, whether you get the L or whether you get the W. And you have to understand that the material shit in society, man, It don't mean that you're not who you say you are. It just means that it might take you a little time to get where you're going, but that's okay. The slowest way is the fastest way. Remember that. The slowest way is the fastest way. Let's just practice silence, man. It's the most powerful tool in the world, man. And don't be the Ray Lewis of every conversation, man. So until tomorrow, man, direction is what matters, man. And the choices you make in life affect the people that behind you, man. Make the right choices so your errors don't suffer the repercussions and consequences of this fucked up world, man. We are living in a fucked up world, and it's not designed for you to win. It's designed for you to lose. Every time you put your shoes and your shirt on and you step outside that door, you're gonna be misunderstood. But it's not up to you to get people to understand who you are and where you're going and where you come from. And it's okay for people to have different opinions about you and to criticize you. That's a part of life. That's fine. Deal with that. Accept that. Embrace that. And at the end of the day, tell them people, thank you, man. I appreciate you for calling me what you called me. But when you called me that, let me know one thing. It's really you talking about. Because I know who I am. Self-confidence is a bitch. Self-confidence is a bitch. And when people lose it, it's over with. And you around it every day. Half of society don't have self-confidence, men nor women. And that's facts, man. Don't lose your self-confidence. Keep your life GPS plugged in. And remember, man, silence is the powerful tool in the world, man. Because if a man don't know where you going or what you thinking, he's always guessing. He's always guessing. So until tomorrow, man, y'all stay up, stay free, and stay tapped in, man. Appreciate you for coming in this morning, man. We've been here for a minute. Like I said, man, the most powerful tool in the world is silence, man. Salute.